Welcome to DWBI Adda channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how we can import a RAML creator and design center of Anypoint platform into our Anypoint Studio and design an implementation for it. So let's get started. Let's head over to Design Center and create a RAML that we wish to import into our studio. So we can see here in my design center, I already have a project created called Anypoint API, and this is what we'll be using. So we'll be using our Anypoint API RAML today and import it into our studio and design an implementation for it. So our Anypoint API is a simple RAML containing two endpoints, a get all students endpoint and a get by name endpoint which contains a URI parameter. So get all students will return an array of students, and our student object basically contains three properties called name, department and age. And then we have a second endpoint which will filter the list of students and return the student whose name has been entered into the URI parameter. So our RAML is ready, so let's import this into our studio. Open Studio and create a new project. I've created a new project called Anypoint here. So in your new project, right click and under Anypoint platform, click on Import from Design Center. If you have logged in with your Anypoint credentials, this is the page you'll be seeing. If you haven't logged in with an Anypoint account, you'll be seeing a login page. After logging in, you'll see the available projects under project name. So make sure you select the one you want to import and click on OK. Once Studio has successfully imported your RAML into the project, you'll see a new flow created by the name of Anypoint API or the name of the RAML that you just imported from Design Center. If you look inside the new XML file, you'll see that an API kit has been created and it contains the basic error handling for our API as well as the two endpoints that we had specified in our RAML. So we have the get all students endpoint and we have the get by name / name endpoint. So if we go under the attributes and look at URI params, we can see that it's expecting a name URI parameter in the form of string. So our RAML import is done and has succeeded, and we have two flows generated for our endpoints right here. So we'll have to modify these two flows and we'll have to design a flow for each of these endpoints and make sure that the required payload is being returned back to the server for each API call. So if we see the API kit router, so what happens with the API kit router is all API calls to our Anypoint API will travel through the listener to the API kit router and then to their respective flows depending on the endpoint specified in the request. So get all students will come here and get by name / name will come here. So let's delete these components and design our own implementation. So let's design our implementation in another XML file. Create a subflow here and we'll call it get all. In our get all subflow, we'll set a payload. We'll fill our payload with dummy data of students from a JSON file. So we have an array of student objects with us. So we'll just copy this and paste it in our payload. And now a payload contains an array of student objects. So if we look at our payload, we can see that there is a mismatch between the properties of this student object and the student object specified in our RAML over here. So we'll add a transform message in our flow and use it to modify our payload. Our transform message script is ready, and we have been able to successfully match our RAML student type to the student type that we will output from our get all subflow. Let's add a logger here to log the payload. And with that, our get all subflow is ready. So let's add a flow reference in our get all students endpoint that will point to our get all subflow. Now let's create a subflow for get by name. We'll add a transform message here as well, but the transformation will be a little different since we're using a URI parameter to filter the incoming payload. So we'll copy the first transform message and paste it in a second transform message and make a few additions to it. We'll add a filter component here, and we'll filter based on the name of our student object. So name should match the attribute, which is a URI parameter called name. So that is how we filter our payload depending on the URI parameters. So lastly, let's add a logger. And both our flows are set. Let's add a flow reference component in our second flow as well and point it in the right direction. So there we have it. We have successfully created an implementation for our RAML, which is a very simple RAML and a simple implementation. Let's deploy this application and see if it works. So our application has been deployed. Let us now make a call each to these endpoints and see the output return. So here is our get all students endpoint, and we can see that the output we get is an array containing student objects that we had set using the set payload component. Now let's try the other endpoint and enter a we'll use the name Alice as the URI parameter for our second API call. So here we can see that we successfully received the payload for our student named Alice. Let's try it for another student. Let's try it for Logan. So here we can see that our filter is working dynamically, and we can filter our student array based on the first name of students. So that is it, guys. That is how we can import a RAML into our Anypoint Studio and design an implementation for it.